You ever walk into a place and feel like every brick in the walls try to decide if you belong, like the silence itself is watching you, cataloging every move? Yeah, that was me the day I first stepped through the iron gates of Hawthorne Ridge Academy. I mean, I wasn't there to fight, not at first. I just wanted to disappear, blend in, maybe become someone new. One scholarship, one thrift store blazer, one shot at an education my mother could barely afford. But there I was, squeaky loafers echoing on the marble floors, clutching my backpack like it was some kind of shield. Didn't take long to realize the quiet at Hawthorne Ridge wasn't peacy, it was judgment, heavy and polished as the wood paneling, thick as old money. Those kids, they didn't have to say much. The way they looked right through mech clusters of perfect teeth, satin headbands, laughter so easy, so sure of itself, like the world had always said yes to them. My blazer smelled like another girl's life. My shoes were new, but they squeaked loud. And when they handed me that map of campus, hands shaking, I swear I thought, maybe if I study these hallways hard enough, I'll find the exit quicker. But I stayed, because leaving wasn't an option. My mother, Patrice, night nurse from South Harris, worked double shifts just to keep us together. "You don't owe them anything but your brilliance," she told me that first night, holding my hand with tired eyes that hadn't known sleep in days. She meant it, but I knew Betera scholarship isn't a shield. Not when the system wants to spit you out. My father, Harold, used to think you could change things from the inside, community organizer, the whole deal, until he blew the whistle on some housing fraud, and the system chewed him up and spat him out so hard it broke him. That's what a stroke at 44 looks like when you're fighting for air. After he died, my mother's words became more like prayers, silent, stitched into the seams of every uniform, every patched-up hope. The first real punch landed that morning in my locker. I fumbled with the dial, always nervous, and found a bouquet of white roses stuffed inside, card attached. "Welcome to Hawthorne. We needed diversity, I guess." The handwriting perfect, like everything else here. That's when I saw them, 3 boys, leaning against the lockers, eyes sharp, grins sharper. Bo Lancaster, sandy hair, varsity jacket, BMW keys dangling like he was conducting some invisible orchestra. Reed, the muscle, always grinning, always chewing gum. And Owen, tall, quiet, glasses, academic stars, silence, the tactical kind, like he'd already weighed you and found you wanting. Didn't need to hear their laughter to feel it. Suddenly, I wasn't invisible anymore. I was the scholarship girl, the one with the patched blazer, the wrong skin, the father who died trying to change a world that didn't want to be changed. Next day, gossip spread like wildfire, me name on lips, the stares that never stopped. That stupid bouquet sat wilted in my dorm trash, the note buried deep, but the sting that stayed. I tried to keep my head down, but you can't really hide when everyone's already picked your spot. The school itself seemed to glow with a kind of smug pride, marble tiles, oil portraits, trophy cases that hadn't seen a name like mine in decades. The trio waited for me in the hallway, Bo blocking my path with a fake friendly drawl. "Well, the transfer unicorn returns." His voice was smooth, southern, practiced like everything he did. He joked about my Salvation Armani blazer. Reed snorted, someone else giggled, and the joke wasn't about my clothes, it was about me. My father's name, twisted in Bo's mouth, turned into a weapon. I froze, burned, wanted to disappear all over again. Then a new voice cut through, Raina Matthews, debate team badge gleaming, authority in every step. "Leave her alone, Bo," she said, like it was nothing, like she did this every day. He tried to laugh it off, called her an activist, but I saw the way his jaw clenched, the flash of resentment behind the charm. When they left, Raina turned to me, "You okay?" I said yes, but we both knew I was lying. "They go after the quiet ones," she said. "Makes them feel big." I wanted to tell her I wasn't always this quiet, but here, it felt safer to fade out. Except now, the fight was right in front of me. Then came the twist, one grainy photo, posted to the anonymous school confessions account. Me, bent over picking up my books, skirt wrinkled, blazer torn. Caption, "Scholarship chic. Hawthorne's take on inner-city fashion." Over 3,000 followers, more comments than the whole student body. Emojis. Goodwill Barbie. Rumors about my dad, about me. I scrolled in silence. every comment a knife. I locked myself in my dorm and finally broke held that old blazer in my arms, the one my mother had patched with love and hope, and I let it all out. Raina knocked. "You in there?" Her voice was steady, calm, telling me she knew how it felt how girls like us get picked apart, erased. She told me about Belle, another full-ride girl, brilliant, funny, broken by rumors and isolation, gone by January, never came back for her books. "They erased her," Raina said, and something inside me snapped no, not me. "I'm not Belle." And as we sat on my bed, staring at the photo of me online, I whispered, "They break girls like us until we disappear." Raina said, "Maybe it's time we stop letting them." You'd think the library would be safe, sacred even, but the day Bo came for me there, he made sure it wasn't. He ripped my blazer me armor, my mother's pride right off my shoulder, right in front of everyone. But her dad would have had a field day suing me, huh? Oh wait, that was it. The world tilted and I snapped YMCA Judo, just like my coach taught me. I threw Bo to the floor in front of the whole library. Silence, then whispers this time different. She flipped him, like a ninja. Mr. Claiborne, the assistant dean, stormed in, demanding answers, and Raina, always ready, had the whole thing on video. We marched to the principal's office, Bo nursing his pride, me with my blazer in my lap, shaking but somehow more myself than I'd felt in weeks. What happened next? Classic Hawthorne Ridge. Principal Hale, weathered and unreadable, Senator Lancaster sitting pretty in pearls, defending her son, blaming me for defending myself. "Any physical retaliation is a violation," he said, as if my existence was the real problem. Bo got suspended, I got a warning. Justice, shaped by donation size, not truth. But here's the real twist. Owen, the quiet one, was done watching. He'd recorded the whole thing in the nurse's office when Bo and Reed tried to threaten me into transferring fake texts, rumors, a file full of lies to ruin me and my mother. Raina already had the audio. And when Principal Hale tried to cut a deal, "Keep this quiet, we'll fix things internally," Owen stepped up. "No, not this time." He spoke for his sister, for every girl pushed out of Hawthorne's yearbooks and memory. The audio went viral. Students picked sides. The board met two girls of color at the end of a table full of suits, holding a stack of testimonies, the Hawthorne files. Even Callie, Owen's sister, came back to speak, her voice shaking but clear. The dam broke. Bo posted a notes app apology full of "if I hurt anyone," and prayer hands in for once. The middle of the school, all those neutral faces, called him out. It was public now, no more whispers. The auditorium filled with parents, teachers, press. Owen testified. Principal Hale resigned on stage, handed me a letter. "You showed the kind of courage that stands quietly in a storm." That letter, folded in my lap, felt heavier than anything they'd ever tried to pin on me. Change came, slow and grudging. New policies, new headmaster, Safe Speak Club peer support. No headlines, just a flyer on a bulletin board and a line out the door for the first meeting. I didn't want to be a symbol, I just wanted to be a student. But every time I walked those halls, heads up now, I carried the truth. Sometimes being first through the fire means you come out with ash on your skin, but maybe you light the path for the next kid. A year later, Hawthorne Ridge had changed. Some scars faded, some stayed. Raina was off to Howard, Owen back after his restorative justice program. Bo's name just a cautionary tale. I taught self-defense, now no fanfare, just students learning to stand without apology. A freshman girl told me, "You're the reason I felt okay coming here." That meant more than any speech. So no, I'm not a hero, not a symbol. I'm just a girl who refused to be Irazita girl who said no in a room full of silence, who learned that sometimes the loudest thing you can do is just stand your ground. If you ever felt the world wasn't built for you, maybe this story is a little reminder that change doesn't start in the spotlight, starts at the edges, when someone like you decides to stop apologizing for taking up space. If Amamira's story stayed with you, tell us in the comments what part mattered to you. Because stories like this don't just change schools, they change lives, and yours might be next.